All right, Columbia crew. Listen, we've got one last chance to fill you all with the information you're going to need. You know why? Because our in-person draft is coming up in, I don't even know how long, a week and a half? I mean, it's so close, Graham. How close is it?
Oh man, I can taste the crabs. I can smell the breakfast cooking in the morning at Dan's house. Oh man, I can't wait. This is
the waves from the water just splashing up as we bounce on the boat heading out to the swimming hole.
That's right. Getting clams with our feet. All the fun stuff. Make sure that Craig Costino has the cleanest little dockside area on all the Assawoman Bay. So.
And I've seen pictures of the house we're getting, which is right down the street from Craig's. It's got a beautiful backyard so that we can have the best draft Olympics yet. It's going to be awesome, man.
And you see my photos, baby. You see my videos. I'm getting pumped. I'm frying quarters. I got flip cup. You better bring your A games, boys. I'm talking to you. Bring your A game.
Graham, you have been in tip-top shit-talking form, and I love that about you, man. And so what we decided to do today, so this will probably be our last pod going out. What we're going to do is we're going to go around the league in 16 minutes. Graham and I are going to take turns, and we're going to discuss divisions. And I will go first. I'll discuss the NFC East. I'll talk about Washington, Dallas, Philly, and the G-Men. And then Graham will go, and he'll take the AFC East, and he'll talk about the teams in that division. And basically what we're trying to do here is go through some highlights of fantasy developments on each team. Each division, we're going to stay within a 2-minute time range. We only have 2 minutes to hit these 4 teams in each division. We're not going to go on and on. We're going to hit the highlights. Who's on what team now? What rookies are going to blow up? Who do you need to look for? Because let's be honest, Graham, some people have been out on a boat for the past 2 months. They don't know all the details of this. They're going to get their wife to print out a cheat sheet the morning of the draft, but we want to give them a chance to realize, hey, there's players on new teams now. There's developments. There's things I need to look for before the draft because we want an even playing field. We want everyone to have equal opportunity to compete for a title. Am I right, Graham?
That's right. This does not work if a bunch of you guys are out there who's playing? Is Frank Gore still got some time left? No. We need to be tip-top shape, best league in all of fantasy, Yahoo, everywhere. ESPN, you bring it. We are the #1 league. Who does podcasts for everybody? We do. Right?
We do. I mean, you might want to know that Rico Dowdle is not on the Cowboys anymore. You might want to know who he's a third down pass catching back for. Which team, which division is he in now? You might not know that off the top of your head. We're going to fill in the blanks for you. So we're excited. We're going to get everyone on the same equal footing before we head into our live draft very shortly here around the corner. And yeah, man, I'm pumped, dude. So Graham, if you want to set the timer, I'll jump straight into the NFC East. I got some notes on each team, and you let me know if I go over my 2 minutes, man.
All right. So here's the deal, guys. As Jesse said, it's 2 minutes express round, AFC East or NFC East, AFC. North, south, west. Here's how we do it. You got time for us, baby. Let's do it. Ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay, NFC East. I got to start with my Washington Commanders. Terry McLaurin has not signed yet. The word from camp is that they're getting close, that ultimately he's going to sign for around 28, 29 a year, maybe 30. It's going to happen before the season starts. He's going to be on the field. Debo looks fantastic. Debo Samuel came over from San Fran. He had a nice 19-yard run in the last preseason game. He looks in shape. Other news, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, their rookie 7th-round draft pick, may be the lead dog in the backfield because Brian Robinson is looking to get traded. He might not even be in Washington at the beginning of the season. Josh Connerly, Laramie Tunsil provide new bookends on the offensive line. This is a team we don't need to be worried about. We can draft players on the Washington Commanders now. And don't forget Jaden Daniels. Okay, Cowboys. Look out for a guy named Jaden Blue. He's a rookie running back, 4.3 speed. Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders are only going to hold him so long in the backfield. Those guys are old. They're often injured. It's going to be Jaden Blue's team by midseason. We got George Pickens from Pittsburgh playing for Dallas now. We got CeeDee Lamb, and we got a healthy Dak throwing to both of them. The last time Dak had these kind of weapons, the last time he was healthy, he was making an MVP run. If you can get Dak in the eighth, ninth round, you miss out on some quarterbacks. He's a good way to go. Uh, Philadelphia, they added John Mechie from the Texans about 5 days ago. Watch out for their offensive line. Landon Dickerson, their guard, all-pro guard, suffered an injury. He should be back by week 1. They're hoping. Philly's great. They lost some key starters in their defense, but they're still the favorite in the East. You know who their offensive players are. They're all the same guys besides John Mechie. Draft heavily on Philly. They're going to be a great offense. Finally, the G-men. Jackson Dart, the rookie quarterback, been flashing in the preseason. He may be the future. Malik Neighbors is a little banged up again. He's going to be out for a few weeks. They're hoping he'll be back by week 1. Tyrone Tracy is the lead dog, but rookie Cam Scatabo, the running back draft pick this year, he's coming up. He's a fan favorite. If Russell Wilson can hurry up and get benched, I like the Giants' chance. It's surprising this year because I like the way Jackson Dart's looking. If they can get Russell on the bench by week 4, get Jackson Dart in there, I think Malik Neighbors, if he stays healthy, is going to go off. I think he caught 109 or so passes last year with a horrible situation. He could catch 120 if they've got a good quarterback. Let's bench Moonball Master and get Jackson Dart in there. That's my rundown for the NFC East. How'd I do? How much time I got left, Graham?
You were done. You went over by like 30 seconds. We're good. 2:30 is good. That's a good place to be. We know by this time, Dan has already dropped 3 of his players in 2 minutes 30 seconds. So we're good. We're holding up here. We're good. We're awesome. Miller's still going through page 3 of his binder. We're good. 2 minutes 30 seconds. A lot of stuff going on. Sarge has probably texted 3 girls from Jacksonville, and they're coming up. Saturday night. Here we go. All right, so we're going to the AFC East. Let me get my timer going, and here we go. All right, so we're going to start with my boyhood team, the Miami Dolphins. Look, the Dolphins, Jalen Wright, blazing speed. Can he put it together? Look out for rookie Ollie Gordon. We'll see Oklahoma State secure a backup handcuff position. Achane has some Achilles issues going on right now. If you ever heard of this guy called CMC, you know how Achilles works. So be careful on that part of it. I will say this. They did draft Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan, round 1, number 13. We know that quarterback in Miami gets hit in that backfield, concussion issues. Maybe this helps him out. We'll see. I'll go with next the Buffalo Bills. They also drafted defensive tackle, so maybe that defensive tackle, TJ Sanders out of South Carolina, 2nd round, 41st pick, looking good there. There's a guy named Ray Davis who's getting some press behind James Cook, but we'll see if Ty Johnson is getting more work at number 2 in preseason. Keon Coleman is still on that team. We'll see what happens there. Look, this is still Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, go there. You're going to know that it's going to be his team all the way through. Josh Palmer's with that team now, so look out for some things there. We'll go to the Jets next. Look, Garrett Wilson has so much talent, but the quarterback is Justin Fields, right? So, yeah, you're going to have targets, 15, 18, 19 targets, but 12, 15, 18 of the targets are going to be in the dirt or over his head or whatever. You don't know where it's going to go. Be careful with that. We got running back timeshare, Braylon Allen. We'll see if you're looking at 15th round, want somebody there, go there. Patriots, they got this guy, Travion Henderson, running back, round 2, number 38 pick out of Ohio State, 7.1 yards per carry, and OSU's title season. Could be a good pick late. We'll see what happens. Could supplant Ramondre. Sarge just always go Ramondre. He loves those names. Stevenson in that. So we'll see what happens there with the Patriots. Look, we got Drake May coming back. He looked pretty good second half of the season. We'll see how that goes. They have this scrappy white guy. You know, Boston loves their white guys, right? Hey, we'll see how it is. Efton Chisholm. That's a name right there. That's a Sarge name right there. Efton Chisholm. We'll see what happens. And then don't forget, they signed this guy out of Maryland, Stephon Diggs, baby. Let's see what he can do. He loves the cold weather. Houston, maybe he didn't like Houston. Maybe he likes it. Buffalo, New England. He's a winter guy. Let's go, Stephon Diggs.
Good job, man. How'd you do on the time limit? Did you go over?
2 minutes 30 seconds, baby. 2:30.
All right.
2:30. That's how I finish. 2:30 or less, baby. Always finish in 2:30 or less.
That's easy for us, dude. This is right in our wheelhouse, bro. So I kind of like this. The Patriots, I think, are a little sneaky. This Travion Henderson, rookie running back, looks awesome. He ran a kickoff back against the Commanders a couple weeks ago. He looks explosive. They got this little rookie white guy at receiver, this Efton Chisholm guy. He's all over the highlight reel this preseason. And Stephon Diggs, man. I mean, Drake May might he might be a little sleeper at quarterback, Graham. I don't know.
I'm not keeping him, by the way. All right, so now we're on to the North. We got the
Yeah.
NFC
Okay.
and AFC.
All right. You tell me when I'm ready to go.
You're good. Let's go.
Okay. Let's talk about the Vikings. Their offensive line may be one of the best in the league. They bolstered it again in the offseason. They have amazing weapons. You guys know what their weapons are at receiver. Um, Addison is still there. They also signed Jordan Mason from San Francisco at running back. He's going to eat into Aaron Jones's workload, maybe even take it over. Aaron Jones is, getting older. He gets nicked up a lot. I also like the Vikings defense. Might be a top five defense this year. They're going to be a good team. The problem with the Viking is who is JJ McCarthy? Is he going to be who they think he is? We don't know yet. That's still a test case that has to be shown. If
We don't
JJ
know.
McCarthy goes down, they have no one backing him up. So JJ McCarthy, he's got all the weapons. Even if he's kind of average, he's going to play well. But he's got to stay healthy, man, because they got no one else behind him. Okay, Bears. Caleb looks like he's pulling it together at quarterback under Ben Johnson's strict tutelage. Roma Dunze is going to benefit from that in year two. I think he's going to go from like the 780 yards he had to over 1,000 if Caleb can pull it together under Ben Johnson. Top rated rookie tight end Colston Loveland, the first tight end drafted this year to the Bears. He's going to team up with Cole Kmet for stretching the seams down the middle. And they also got rookie wide receiver Luther Burden exploiting space in the screen game. They got a lot more weapons. They got some rookie weapons. I think Caleb, this is the year, man. Like, there's no reason he shouldn't succeed now. Packers, on paper, Packers, young team. They look like a Super Bowl contender. They added to a talented wide receiver core by drafting a guy named Matthew Golden. He's immediately their best receiver amongst a group of like B plus guys. This is one of the youngest rosters in the league. Really exciting team. I think Jordan Love, with all these weapons, could really pull it together and maybe surprise this year. And finally, in the NFC North, of course, we got the Lions. New offensive coordinators on the offense and defense with the defections of Ben Johnson and their defensive guy going to the Jets. This is still a 10-plus win team, though. They have an amazing defense if everyone stays healthy. Third-round rookie at receiver. His name's Isaac Tesla out of Arkansas. He looks like everything they hoped for out of the third round. He's 6'4". He runs a 4.4. He's hyper athletic. He's blowing up in the preseason. He's better route runner than Jamison Williams. So is Jamison going to turn into the deep post gadget guy? And this guy Isaac Tesla comes in with more fantasy points because of his receptions. We'll see, but look out for that guy. And yeah, the Lions are back in action. So that's my preview of the NFC North.
Well, I want to add to that real fast that the Vikings have the best coaching staff from what everyone talks about. So they're going to be coached well, right? The other part of it, looking at the Bears, Ben Johnson is a very detail-oriented coach. Now, the question is, how much of that gets lost weeks 1 through 5 in Chicago with that second year, Caleb Williams in there, can't get it all together. I feel like Caleb Williams, he's that kind of guy you're going to draft, maybe 8th, whatever, have him there. He's going to suck. Week 8 comes around, and we'll just see playbook going.
Yeah.
He worked a lot of off script as he did in USC. We'll see what that happens when he goes to Ben Johnson, who's very detail oriented. But look, he turned Jared Goff into a fantastic player, so we'll see what happens there. The Packers have all the receivers. I like what they have there, and they got a quarterback who is just he is chocolate Aaron Rodgers, man. That's what he is. He just looks the same. Back foot throws, all those things. He's great. I will say the Lions is one of those things without Ben Johnson gone. It's one of those things like, where do we see that hit take in that offensive game? Do we see a decrease some of these guys kind of regress to the norm, if you will, regress to the mean and those people? So we'll see what happens. I think that people will draft Detroit players higher based on last year, but that was Ben Johnson.
Right.
So,
This is a really great division, actually. The more I think about it, I mean, the Packers at running back have our guy Josh Jacobs,
Josh Jacobs.
who's put up some really nice seasons. I mean, there's a lot of great offensive players in this division on every team, dude. I think it's going to be a really close, tough race. Uh,
Yeah,
I mean, I think Minnesota's probably the favorite if McCarthy can stay healthy and productive. But what a great division, man! It'll be fun to watch.
yeah. I say the Packers take that. I think they've got. I think it's all about the quarterback. It's all about
Mhm.
the quarterback.
Mhm.
And I think that like you've got, the Packers have a really good quarterback. So that's what I see. All right.
All right, take us to the AFC North, buddy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish with my Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to start with a team that I love to hate, which is Cincinnati. Again, this is one of those years where Jake Burrow or um, Joe Burrow is going to have one of those things where he's got to win these games 30-31. So he's
Yeah.
going to have a monster year. The defense still sucks in Cincinnati. So look out for that. That's one thing we're going to see a lot of. They did sign all their top players. Like everyone who's right there. Look at that. Go to the Steelers. Obviously new quarterback. That's Aaron Rodgers. That's DK Metcalf. That's going to be a part where we look at, can that work? Is Aaron Rodgers going to be there? They have rookie running back Caleb Johnson. Will he be the lead dog? We'll see what happens there. Look, also Arthur Smith, which is probably my least favorite coach of all times. This guy I don't know what he does, but anyway, their offense always looks like crap. I don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers there. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to audible everything out of it, whatever he gets out of it, and says, "Hey, we're doing this instead." We'll see what happens there. Cleveland is a mess. They've got Joe Flacco as their starter. They have four other backup quarterbacks. They do have, you know, Njoku, who had a career year with Flacco. Flacco loves the tight ends.
That's right.
The running back and Dylan Sampson. We'll see what happens there. Uh, we'll see what happens. Overall, it's a mess of a team. I would just stay away from them. Judy's there. I don't know what to go. Maybe you take that. Who knows? Um, the last bit I'll say, we'll go back to Cincinnati real fast, is that we'll see what happens with Chase Brown. Will he be this be the year that maybe Cincinnati runs the ball more?
At Cincy, you mean? Yeah.
Cincinnati, yeah, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
We'll go back to there real fast. With Cincinnati, Chase Brown, will he be the guy that says, you know what, maybe we don't throw 3 out of 4 downs. Maybe hand the ball off a little bit more, and we try to
Yeah.
maybe the defense not be on the field for 45 minutes of the game, even though they can score. What happens with their play calling? I don't know. We'll see. Um, and last we got the Ravens. But I think that the Ravens are going to have a fantastic offense as long as Lamar stays healthy. They picked up DeAndre Hopkins, who will be a great sort of maybe 15th rounder and a half in your team. They do have this new kicker, Tyler Loop, that's been banging from 60-yarders. So if you're a guy who likes to draft kickers in that 11th, 12th round, you want somebody who's going to get some 50, 60-yarders, Tyler Loop is the guy to go after. But the Ravens overall, their whole team around the board is just ranked number one, number two, number three, offense, defense, every position. They're just stacked. They've got backups across the board. No matter where you go, either running back, wide receiver for that team, they're gonna get touchdowns. Um, yeah, I'm excited for the whole division. It's gonna be Cleveland's gonna be terrible. I think the Steelers are gonna be worse than terrible. I mean, as much as we love Aaron Rodgers, he's 42. He's not Aaron Rodgers at 32. He's in a new city. Is Aaron Rodgers even a Pittsburgh guy? I mean, to me, it's like, hey, is there a hammam in Pittsburgh that I can go after the game to relax? Is there a soul searching?
He's a California guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not who he is. And
Yeah.
so if he goes sideways, the fans in Pittsburgh are the guys will rally around him. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the Ravens. It's the Ravens' division to win. Clearly, Cleveland's kind of a mess. They got a couple years to go before they can put it together. Cincy's defense is really bad. Their offense is going to be great for fantasy. It's the same exact situation as last year, where Joe Burrow kind of led our league in points, and Chase and Higgins and Chase Brown. Yeah, man, that there's no problem drafting offensive players out of Cincy. But in terms of real life, it's the Ravens' division, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, all right, yeah, I will say I do like the Dylan Sampson rookie running back for Cleveland. He's someone just to keep an eye on. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit the NFC South.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We'll start with Carolina, my dad's favorite team. Speaking of Carolina, Rico Dowdle, traded from the Cowboys, looks to become the third down pass catching back. But even more exciting than that is rookie Tet McMillan. He's going to become the immediate number one. He's 6'5", 219 pounds, 4'4". Finished his last 2 years in college with seasons of 1,308 plus touchdowns each year the past 2 years. Bryce Young, if he's going to continue to ascend, is going to rely heavily on rookie Tet McMillan. This is a guy that could be drafted in the middle rounds with confidence based on what we've seen in preseason. Tampa Bay. I got 2 words for you, okay? His name is Emeka Egbuka. This dude is flying up the ADP charts, baby. He may be the most put together wide receiver coming out of college this year. He's stellar at nothing, but he's great at almost everything. Baker loves him. They're a little banged up at receiver, and so Emeka is going to fit in right there at number 2, I think, from the beginning. So look out for him. The problem with Tampa is that their left tackle, all pro left tackle Tristan Wirfs, is injured, is a huge blow. They're losing him. So he's shooting to be back mid-season. He's rushing to be back. But keep that in mind when drafting Bucky Irving or choosing to keep Bucky Irving. I think this is going to be a pass-heavy team. I don't think their offensive line is going to be as good as it was last year. Okay, the Saints. Generally an offense to avoid in fantasy. I'm predicting that Tyler Shuck, the rookie quarterback, will probably win the starting job. But we know Chris Olave, as good as he is probably one concussion away from retiring seriously. And the only bright spot, fantasy-wise, for the Saints is Alvin Kamara, who does it every single year. He kind of reminds me of James Conner out in Arizona. Like, keeps getting older, but keeps stacking up the points and leading the league, or fits into the top 10, 12 at running back each year. So Kamara is really the only one I would recommend drafting on that team. Finally, the Falcons. This is an exciting up-and-coming team to me. Second-year quarterback, Penix, showed at the end of last year that he can raise the floor on everyone else's fantasy value, even Kyle Pitts. And definitely Drake London. I think both those guys are going to benefit. I don't think we need to avoid Kyle Pitts like the plague this year, like we have been doing the past couple of years, because Penix has shown he can get it to these guys. He's got a great arm. Little accuracy issues, but great arm. Atlanta drafted 2 edge rushers in the first round this year. They both look good in preseason. They're going to have a much better defense. It means shorter fields, getting the ball back for Bijan. Bijan at running back is the youngest and most durable running back out of the first round ADPs that are going in fantasy this year. That's why he's slotted usually around number 2, number 3. He's younger than Saquon. He's got similar skills. I'm excited to draft Bijan if I can get my hands on him. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's our preview of the NFC South.
Yeah, I want to say this. I want to say when you go to pick your little sticker, make sure you pick the right B Robinson. You don't want to
That's right.
pick the wrong B Robinson
Right.
on that number.
If you see Junior anywhere on there, stay away from it.
Don't draft it. Don't draft it. Yeah, I mean, they spent a lot of draft capital on all these position players. They just went and got the tight end, they got the running back, they got the receivers, all these guys. And then they finally got, well, at first they had a quarterback with Cousins, but he was too old. And now with Penix, I think that's the guy. He can throw the ball. He looks great, and looks great in college. It looks good. And sometimes last year, I do like left-handed guys also throw the defense off a little bit. So now with that Steve Young sort of that idea that left-handed guys just kind of hit it differently. I think Atlanta's got a lot of talent. I'd say if you're going to draft, if you're not sure of who to draft later, like one of those guys is going to be fine. I mean, obviously you're going to draft Bijan first, but a lot of good talent across the board in Atlanta, and a lot of good touchdowns. I think are going to go a long way in Atlanta.
It's kind of fun, man, because there was 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the NFL draft last year. I think by like pick 15, there was like 5 quarterbacks taken, and they're all starting, and they're all pretty good, man. So it's kind of like it's kind of fun to watch, see how they develop this year.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the AFC South. Is that where we're going next?
Yeah, in my opinion, it's you. I have feelings about this division, but you go. You tell us about it, dude.
Okay, well, first of all, this is the worst division in football.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, like, if you're not sure who to draft, and it comes down to like a team from the NFC North or AFC South. Just pick a guy, NFC, anybody, NFC North, anybody. That it could be the handcuff to the handcuff, right? First of all, we're starting with the Colts, right? So uh, Danny Dimes has been named the starter, which already the Anthony Richardson is now looking. Do I get traded? Do I do this? Do that? Who knows? To me, it's like you compete. Like you're there to compete to be first, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like everyone wants to compete. Compete. Try to win it back. Go to film, do your stuff. He's already taken himself out of games, so like just compete.
Yeah.
Um, so that's one. I think they have a rookie Tyler Warren. He's a snaps tight end. We'll see what happens there. Again, knowing that quarterbacks, when they don't know what to do, they always try to find that tight end. That's a great way
Yeah.
to think with rookie quarterbacks or inexperienced quarterbacks. Danny Dimes is experienced, but he's still not, check. He's a check down guy at the end of the day, right? So um, Tyler Warren could be this year's Brock Bowers. We'll see what happens there. I know we talked a lot about that tight end position. Um, from the Colts, they did draft, and this is helpful. Um, they did put that capital into Theo Warren, as we talked about. Like he's getting the snaps. He was a number 14 draft pick, tight end. Like they
Yeah.
put some money behind him, right? It wasn't like
Yeah.
he was a third round guy. Like that's the guy. A lot of comparison to Gronk out of that. He's a dynamic pass catcher. I mean, he could be the guy. It's one of those guys you pick up maybe 10th round,
Hmm.
keep him for a couple of years. So we'll see what happens there. The Texans, now for them, they drafted an offensive tackle round two, Christian Ursery, sorry. He
Yeah.
could be the right tackle, could be the left tackle. Stroud got sacked more than any other quarterback last year, which while we see his numbers were terrible from his rookie year to his second year. Um, they do have two rookie wide receivers, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel. Nico Collins, of course, is the man. He'll get most of that. Christian Kirk gets a lot of carries. He's there as well. But again, that offensive line's a mess. Joe Mixon is out. Nick Chubb. Last time we saw Nick Chubb, his leg was sideways, but then, that's not great. He has done obviously his work there, but one of those things for that team is going to be a team where you look for upside in the passing, right? They've got to,
Absolutely.
that's where you want to go there. I'm not sure I would take the quarterback more than I would take the receivers.
Yeah.
I feel like Nico Collins is going to get his. I'm not sure if CJ Stroud's going to be that 55, 60 point a week guy that you're going to have. Now,
Yeah.
he's probably going to be my keeper because I have him so low, but knowing that I have to make up some points elsewhere.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish with my favorite team here, but I'm going next to the Jags, and you can only like the Jags have just been terrible for last year. I don't know what happened to them. They went from a championship game and beating the Chiefs and all of that, and then it's had a crappiest year last year. I'm not sure what's going with Jacksonville. I think this year with everyone being healthy, we'll see what happens. A new head coach. Um, Former offensive coordinator Liam Cohen. Now they do have this guy, and this is going to be a controversial guy that we're going to debate over. What is he? Where should he be in my team? And that's Travis Hunter. Is he a quarterback? Is he a receiver? How do I list him? This is unfair. Jesse, how I can't believe this guy. I put him at quarterback and then he got against me. He got 10 receptions. This is not fair, Jesse. Help me out, Jesse. I hear it already. Text messages 3 o'clock in the morning. Travis Hunter, draft him because I will draft him. Because that guy is going to be two positions. Like what's he going to be? They all have this guy, second year player, Brian Thomas Jr. Oh, he's exciting. He's probably on someone's keeper list, so forget about that. And they have a rookie running back, Bracial Tutton. Um,
Yeah.
Travis Etienne has had some struggles. He hasn't had that kind of crazy, like, full year. He's had some games, but not that full year. You know, I do think that this is a team where you look at Travis Hunter as a guy to get. And Brian Thomas, obviously, he's already gone. He's a keeper.
Yep.
Now, my favorite team, much as I hate the Titans, my favorite team is the Titans.
Really.
Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Ward is coming out like a leader.
Yep.
He is just stepping up the mic, saying what has to be said. He's fighting guys in practice. Like this guy is showing up to be like, hey, this is my motherfucking team. and we're going to go somewhere. And I love that when quarterbacks, especially rookies, just do that.
Yep.
Um, he's a guy that's it's going to be out there. This could be where Calvin Ridley kind of takes off a little bit. Ridley, who was with the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's had back and forth to different parts. He's one of those guys to look at. They have rookie wide receiver Eric Ayamatter caught everything thrown his way in preseason. It's preseason, we'll see. And then there's this guy, former Dallas Cowboy running back Tony Pollard, sitting in the backfield. One of those guys that you go, oh yeah, he's with them. How did he just get 27 carries, 130 yards,
Mhm.
3 touchdowns? So look out for that. I mean, I like the Titans and what they're building. I don't think they're going to be there this year in terms of wins or losses, but I do like where they're building and their team.
Yeah, so that was a good rundown, man. You're excited about the Titans and Cam Ward. I'm excited about the Jags, man. Like I want to see if it can actually happen. Like I've been waiting for years. And Brian Thomas Jr. looked great last year. They got Diami Brown on their team from the Commanders also this year, and this rookie running back Bishal Tootin. Yeah, I mean, like Liam Cohen can do what he did in Tampa, and he only did it for 1 year in Tampa. So I don't know about Liam Cohen. Like, we'll have to see, but like a lot of times it doesn't translate to head coach. From
Yeah,
offensive coordinator to head coach. But I don't know. I'm pulling for the Jags, man. But anyway, yeah, that's fun. That's a fun division. There's a lot of receivers in that division. I do think that Calvin Ridley is going to eat this year. He's like their main receiver. Uh, in Tennessee. All right, so we're gonna finish up each with our last division, right? We got one more each, right?
that's right. West, here we go.
Okay. NFC West, starting now. I'm on the clock. Okay, I'll start with the LA Rams. Stafford. Come on, Stafford. Don't get sidelined with a nagging back injury because that's what he's got right now. This would be a major blow to everyone's fantasy value on this team. Puka would fall to like round 2 or 3 ADP. Kyron needs Stafford, man. Kyron's like he needs the ecosystem to be thriving around him to be the kind of back he is. He needs people. He needs the defense to be worried about Stafford to be the kind of back he is. If they don't have a quarterback, everyone's going to suffer, man. I will say that when Stetson Bennett has come in preseason. He's looked pretty good, but it's preseason, man. And honestly, I'd rather start Stetson Bennett than Garoppolo because I've seen enough Garoppolo in my life, too. We don't need to rehash that. Just
Yeah,
so I really pray Stafford's back. If Stafford's back, it's the same. It's the same stuff. You know who to draft. Puka's a round one receiver. Kyron's probably going to be kept this year, but he's a great back. But I really do think Stafford's integral there. All right, moving on to the Seahawks. Oh, by the way, just to mention, you're going to mention this probably, but Cooper. Well, I'll mention it coming up probably, right? Cooper Kupp is no longer on the Rams. He got traded.
that's right.
Seahawks. Darnold. Sam Darnold's the Seahawks quarterback. He's looked sharp and crisp in the preseason. He looks very in control, very confident. He looks like he's having fun. He's relaxed. And my favorite guy, Charbonnet, has looked dominant because Kenneth Walker III is nursing another injury. So look out for Charbonnet, man. I think he's gonna like take the horn on this team, man. I think he's gonna be more reliable than Kenneth Walker. Um, and the best thing you have as a player is availability, man. Be available. And Charbonnet is always available. The other guy that's kind of surprising me on the Seahawks that he's the third wide receiver on this team. His name's Jake Bobo. And I mean, how could you not root for a guy named Jake Bobo? But he's been blowing up in the preseason. He's solidifying his role as in the third wide receiver spot. Obviously, you got Jackson Smith and Jigba up there. He's going to be the main guy. And then Cooper Kupp's there. He went to the Seahawks. So I think those guys are going to go as Darnold goes. But so far, it's looking great. I think Darnold's going to show us that, yeah, he's legit. Okay, San Francisco. I'm expecting a bounce back year from them this year. They tanked last year. They had a lot of injuries. And currently, Ayuk and Jennings at receiver are hurt. They're out, which sucks. But it may be okay because Ricky Pearsall, second-year receiver for the 49ers, has looked freaking fantastic. And Brock has loved throwing to him in the preseason. All indications show that McCaffrey at running back is full speed ahead. He's got no competition he needs to worry about. Sure, they got Garendo, but who's starting Garendo when you got a healthy McCaffrey? McCaffrey can stay healthy. He's going to be the guy, baby. I'll draft him in the second round if he's out there. I'm crazy. I'll do it. Let him slide, guys. See what happens. I'll pick him up. But anyway, so yeah, on San Fran, we got Ricky Pearsall and McCaffrey. Those are the two guys you want to look out for. Finally, the Cardinals. All right, here's the question: Is Marvin Harrison Jr. Is he really the first receiver that went last year in the draft? He was. Should he have been? Should he have been? Or is he going to make the leap in year two? I don't know. That's a question we have yet to answer. We know Trey McBride at tight end is locked in as a top three fantasy tight end. But my question kind of remains: Is Kyler Murray too short? Is he too diminutive to give us a full season of fantasy relevance? I mean, this guy can be explosive for 4 to 8 games. Can he do it all year? Can he actually throw to Marvin Harrison to the point where Marvin Harrison is going to live up to his potential? It's interesting. And when you look at the Cardinals draft this year, they drafted like 10 defensive players coming out of the college. So they didn't do anything on their offense. They must be happy with Kyler Murray at 5'8", and they must be happy with what they have. But it's mainly a Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride team. I wouldn't draft Kyler Murray. I don't think he's given us a full year. I think he's too small, personally. I think this is my guess. I think it may be his last year there if he doesn't produce. So anyway, that's my look at the NFC West.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously Cooper Cup, that trade is helpful to Seattle, where I think it gives Darnold that sort of safety valve he can go to.
Yep.
Like Cup is almost like a tight end, and that like oh, there's Cup.
Yep.
He'll get it, he'll catch it, and I think in Jigba will learn in the practice how Cup runs his route. I think one of those things about the veteran shows the
Yeah.
player how to do things. So I think we'll see Jigba make that leap as he watches Cup practice. Um, Look, Christian McCaffrey. It's like screwing a supermodel who has AIDS, right? It's
Graham,
like
Graham, I got to stop you. All right. I know you're prone to say some crazy stuff. That's crazy, dude. What do you mean?
it's awesome when it's great. But then one day you wake up, you're like, I have AIDS. This sucks. And Christian McCaffrey is the same thing. Oh, week 2, week 3. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
20 carries, 10 catches. This is great. And then week 4, oh, sideline with a calf injury. Oh, okay. Should I get his backup? Oh, I will. Oh, McCaffrey's playing again. Oh, sorry. I had his backup playing. Awesome. Next week, oh, McCaffrey's feeling great. Oh, okay, I'll put him in. Last minute, oh no, sorry, I'm not playing today because my calf is injured. No, I'm sorry. Give me, give me a 7 with no AIDS. Right? That's what I want. Anyway, look, and I think go back to Cardinals. Kyler Murray is one of those players that like everything's off script. I feel
Yeah.
like never
Yeah.
he can't make that script play because he has to be in the pocket and
Yeah.
throw over these guys who are 6'7", hands up in the air. He has to be off script to make it, and you can't play off script all the time in the NFL. Even
No.
Lamar, as great as Lamar is, there's a lot of plays, handoff, throw, done. Yeah, he gets those scrambles, but Lamar's also 6'2", 6'3". He's not 5'8", right? So it's just a different place back there. Again, I wouldn't. Marvin Harrison, fantastic, but I'm not taking him anywhere above anyone else that has guaranteed reps coming his way.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
here
man.
we
You're going
go.
to finish this off with the AFC West.
AFC West. Now, look, I looked at the AFC West. I looked at this division, and to me, this division is going to be just a defensive coordinator's nightmare. The Chiefs.
Yeah. This division reminds me of the NFC North. A lot of fun on offense, man. A
Yes,
lot of
yes.
fun on offense here. Take us away, dude.
Man, I mean, look, the Chiefs, Vegas, Broncos, Chargers. I mean, they've got just great coaches along the board. And that's the biggest thing with all this. Their coaching staffs of all 4 teams,
Yeah.
they're not going to mess things up, right? These are all good. Obviously, the Chiefs, right? We know what they have. Pacheco, he's clearly the number 1 option at running back. Xavier Worthy, I'm not sure if which one, Worthy or Rice. One of those guys dealing with some. Is it Rice dealing
I
with?
think it's Rice.
It's right. So he might be out 4 weeks. Xavier Worthy looked great last year. He's in that sort of Tyreek Hill, like
Mhm.
that kind of guy that goes across. We'll see that. Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy on the field, you know what to do. And obviously Hollywood Brown is injured typically already, but we'll see what happens with him. Kelsey, he's one of those guys where I feel like he's going to slide a little bit on this. but
Yeah.
still the number one tight end for that team. He catches the big balls when it has to happen. You're not going to go wrong taking anybody from Kansas City. And look, Mahomes, he might be distracted and he's doing different things and he's got the dad bod and all this stuff going on with him. But last time I checked, that arm is still solid, right? That game plan is still solid. It's the same offensive coordinator, it's the same head coach, the same players. They lost last year, so are they hungry this year to get that one? Who knows?
All they do is go to the Super Bowl every year, man.
Yeah, yeah. He's been to
Basically.
five. He's won
Yeah.
three. It's not a bad, right? Not a bad way. Vegas, obviously, they got a new coach, right? They're moving forward. They got this great tight end, Brack Bowers, looks fantastic. They're gonna have a number one or top 10 offense this year. They got this guy, this rookie, Ashton Jansen,
Yep.
Boise State, number 6 pick. Oh man, this guy is exciting to watch. Pete Carroll offense. He put him in the back. Marshawn Lynch action. All that stuff happening. You got Geno Smith there, who's a veteran. He's already fighting with people in the stands and yelling. Like this team they're feisty. We know Pete Carroll, that gumshoeing son of a bitch, is gonna be out there rallying his team. Man, it'll be great. I like every part of Vegas. Give me everything they got.
Yeah.
They got this 6'5" rookie, Dante Thornton. Look out to that. And I will say this, this is from my notes. Went to the Mount St. Joe, baby, out of
That's
Baltimore.
right.
Here we go. Here we
That's
go.
right.
Everything
And,
out of Vegas gets me going. I love
and
that.
he's actually looking like he's going to make the roster, and he looks good in preseason. Dante Thornton, he might actually be fantasy relevant this year, and he's from our local area. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. So next team looking at the Chargers, right? McConkey, number 2 year, looking great.
Yep.
Wide receivers Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert Smith. Some of these guys are going to be, we'll see what happens. They might get drafted usually by a commissioner who likes to draft rookies early.
Yep.
And next year they bang out and do well. We'll see what happens with that. Look, Keenan Allen, he's there. He's probably going to have 100 targets this year. We'll see what happens. This is a great team. Harbaugh's there. They run a good thing. We'll see what happens with that team. But it's one of the most solid divisions all the way. They also have this guy's running back who's got, this is the name, I love this guy's name, Omarion Hampton, running back, UNC, number 22 pick. Think about this. You got Najee Harris, who's sidelined with an eye injury. Hampton's right there to get those carries.
Yeah.
That's what Harbaugh's gonna do. He wants to set that run up, go to the pass. That's what they do. And then I'm gonna finish. Again, I love this division. This division is awesome. The Denver Broncos, right? Bo Nix. This guy, he looks.
Yeah.
Bo Nix looks great. Evan Ingram is there. They had this tight end with Drew Brees. That they just threw to. Remember who was the guy that? I forget his name. Anyway, their tight end when they were in the New Orleans Saints. That Sean Payton was throwing to him, or Brees throwing to him. Sean Payton's going to look for Evan Ingram. We know Evan Ingram can catch the balls. He's had some good fantasy days. He's won people some games. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, because when Sean Payton was in New Orleans and had Brees, Jimmy Graham, baby.
Jimmy Graham, that's right, Jimmy Graham.
And so I think Evan Ingram, like you're saying, dude, he's going to light it up.
Yeah. They do have a rookie running back, R.J. Harvey. We'll see what happens. J.K. Dobbins is there. Dobbins averages 5 yards a carry.
I know. Can't stay healthy, man.
He also averages 3 ACL tears a year. So, and you only got 2. Look, I love this whole division. This again, you don't know where to go. Look at this division. Pick somebody here. You'll be good. NFC North, same thing. These are great divisions. I'm excited. I'm glad I got to do one of those because this is a really exciting division for me. I love this whole division. This is gonna be great. The Raiders, Chiefs, and they all look great. And the Broncos, their defense is going to be
nasty.
Shit. Oh man, they drafted and they drafted a defensive back in round 1, number 20, who was the Jim Thorpe Award winner, Quinshawn Barron. You put that in there. Oh man, it's gonna. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I think the Broncos could have arguably the best defense in the league, and I think their offense is going to be better. I like what Sean Payton's drawing up, dude. I like Evan Ingram there. Like if you wait on tight end, if you just wait on, if your strategy this year is I'm not going to chase tight end, You get Evan Ingram like towards the later rounds, dude. I think it's going to be money.
Yeah.
Um, and the Chargers, man, these rookies at receiver Trey Harris and this other guy Keandre Lambert Smith. I was just texting Ski earlier tonight because he was thinking about his keepers and stuff, and I'm like, man, this is the most weapons Justin Herbert's had to throw to since he was his rookie season when he threw for like 5,000 yards, bro. So I don't know, man. It's something to think about.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
Omarion Hampton and Travion Henderson. Those are the two main running backs this year,
Yeah.
besides Ashton Genty, of course.
Yeah,
Those
Ashton
three
Jets,
guys,
I mean,
man.
yeah. I mean, this is a lot of good running backs out there. We'll see how if you miss on Bijan, right? You might be able to pick up 80% of that value in the third or fourth round.
I know.
That's exciting. That's
I
exciting.
know. I know. There are a lot of good rookies out there. I think my team's just going to be full of rookies, dude. You know how I get excited, man.
That's right. That's right. Well, your team's full of rookies. Sarge is full of defensive backs and linebackers. You
That's
know,
right.
Number one pick, Roquan Smith.
Hey, maybe Chris Hammond should pick Keenan Allen in the first round again since he's back on the Chargers.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just might. He just might.
All right, dude, that was fun. I think we covered every team in the league, and for people that have been out on the boats or dealing with like family stuff or work stuff, we've caught you all up, and now we're all on the level playing field going into the draft. So good luck to everybody.
Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting time. Hope you guys are prepping. Getting your football arm out there, getting your cornhole, getting your bocce ball, your quarters, get all that stuff in. Don't be like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Come on, step it up, guys. Step it up.
And if I could just ask for some of us, like I don't know, Dave Sargent and others, to just pay attention as we kind of do the walkthrough of what it's going to be like, where the stations that come next. Because the past couple of years we've done it, I've taken a lot of time setting up the stations, trying to explain which one and what order we're going to run to next.
Yeah.
And every single time there's always at least one who, even though he's like the sixth person to go, and he's watched six other people do it, he gets through the first station and he runs in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just want everyone to just pay attention in the walkthrough. Just focus a little bit, okay?
It goes either it's going counterclockwise. Sorry, clockwise. The last 2 years, it's clockwise. It's the same clock they have in England, right? It goes the same way. Same way.
It's good. I can't wait, dude. We're gonna have fun, man. I can't wait to see everybody. And Graham, that was fun. And I'll see you in person next time we talk.